Welcome to the New Jersey Principal Evaluation for Professional Learning process. This set of videos provides reframed guidance for principal evaluation in New Jersey. A second set of videos explores a companion observation instrument. The NJPEPL process and observation instrument have been designed to work together in a coherent system of principal evaluation and professional learning. However, the use of the NJPEPL process explained here will help the professional learning of all principals and other administrators, regardless of the observation instrument they use. As with all guidance, districts have the discretion to use all, part, or none of it according to their unique needs. This set of videos will begin with an introduction to principal evaluation and the NJPEPL process. This will be followed by an exploration of the 3 steps of the process. Step 1, the annual planning and goal setting conference. Step 2, observations and post-observation conferences. And Step 3, the annual summary conference. Finally, we will provide guidance for using the NJPEPL process with other administrators. Firstly, some background on principal evaluation in New Jersey and the development of the NJPEPL process. Following the passage of the Teach-NJ Act in 2012, the rules governing educator evaluation were codified in the system commonly referred to as Achieve-NJ. Achieve-NJ seeks to couple accurate performance information with high-quality professional development to improve educator effectiveness. Districts across New Jersey have made great strides over the past few years in improving evaluations and the associated professional development for teachers. There is strong evidence that teaching has improved since Achieve-NJ was first launched. It is worth bearing in mind, however, that principal leadership is second only to teacher quality among school-related factors in its impact on student learning. In addition, the impact of leadership tends to be greatest in schools where the learning needs of the students are most acute. Research supports the theory that providing meaningful feedback through principal assessment and helping principals to adequately interpret feedback through coaching are viable tools to improve leadership practice. To that end, interconnectedness between PD and evaluation systems is embedded into regulations and the Teach-NJ law. Evaluations with high-quality observations and conferences, administrator goals, and measures of student growth can provide an accurate picture of a principal's performance. When this information is coupled thoughtfully with professional development plans and goals, the result is professional growth in our school leaders. Let's take a moment to watch an example of what a deliberate approach to cultivating leadership in others can look like. You can access this video using the link in the resource section below. Start the video at the 5-minute 41-second mark and continue to the end. Prior to viewing the video, pause this presentation. While watching the video, use the following guiding questions. What is the principal's view on the evaluation process? How does she approach evaluation? What are 3 ways in which this principal is using the evaluation process in order to grow instructional leadership in her vice principals? Discuss answers to the guiding questions with your colleagues once you've watched the video segment. The NJPEPL process and observation instrument were developed by the NJDOE alongside many pilot school districts, academic organizations, and education stakeholder groups over a 2-year period. Superintendents and principals participating in a pilot offered consistently positive feedback on the process and instrument. For example, Samuel C. Hall, a principal from Bridgeton Public Schools in Cumberland County, New Jersey, says, "This process allows the principal to focus on individual standards that help to guide his or her work and improve his or her craft. Aligning all of the components of the instrument is more efficient and provides a view over time instead of snippets throughout the year." Daniel Fonder, a principal from the Bridgewater-Raritan School District, says, "Before adopting this process, my district used a framework that applied to some extent but was not an exact match. Elements of the professional standards for educational leaders and the district's job description now match the framework being used to drive improvement." Scott Oswald, superintendent of the Collinswood and Oakland School Districts, report, "The window of time is a benefit and more truly captures the role of the principal." Before going further, a quick word about the terminology used throughout these training videos. The NJPEPL process and observation instrument were developed primarily for principals, assistant principals, and vice principals. However, both instrument and process are designed to be as simple and flexible as possible to benefit all administrators regardless of title or responsibility. Recommendations for using NJPEPL with other administrators are provided at the end of these videos. Also, even though there are many types of administrators who are evaluated and who evaluate throughout this video, the administrator being evaluated is referred to as a principal and the evaluator as a superintendent. As mentioned before, NJPEPL is reframed guidance for principal evaluation and support. This guidance seeks to help districts get the most out of the evaluation process as described by Achieve-NJ rules. A summary of some of these roles is shown here. In brief, all principals, assistant principals, and vice principals are evaluated using multiple measures. These include a measure of practice using an approved observation instrument and may include the optional evaluation leadership instrument. It also includes several measures of student achievement, which may include median student growth percentile scores. Training on the evaluation rubric must be provided for all principals and their evaluators prior to the beginning of the evaluation cycle. Regardless of the approved principal observation instrument a district chooses to use, the NJPEPL process has been developed to help administrators transform compliance-based evaluation procedures into valuable opportunities for professional growth. The NJPEPL process consists of 3 steps shown here in a cyclical graphic. The first step is the annual planning and goal-setting conference. The second step consists of principal observations and post-observation conferences. The third step is the annual summary conference. The annual planning and goal-setting conference is an opportunity for the principal and superintendent to develop agreements and a shared understanding of the evaluation process and timeline, building a foundation for a successful year. Rather than being a single-point event such as a visit to the principal's school by the superintendent, each observation should extend over a period of 2 to 3 months where a portfolio of evidence can be collected to accurately and fairly reflect the complexity of the principal's work. Post-observation conferences should be held within 15 working days of the end of the observation window. Only 2 observation windows are shown here, the minimum for tenured principals. At least 1 more observation should be added for non-tenured principals. The annual summary conference closes out the evaluation cycle. This conference may be combined with the final post-observation process, although there is value in having more frequent coaching conversations to facilitate professional growth of school leaders. The primary goal of this conference is to reflect on the year's accomplishments and areas of growth, and to share the final evaluation score if it is available.